again, for
Oh,
all of us
that's
just
right.
wanting the
You
time away.
guys,
So
you
yeah,
guys get to leave. No fair.
yeah.
At least the president gave us a half day off on Wednesday.
I'm
Yeah.
pretending to be faculty.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Hi, thank you for teaching.
In fact, I'm pretending to be better than faculty. Today starts my break.
Oh,
That's
no
even better.
fair.
Okay. Give me 1 second
I'm going to
here.
be working partly through the break, I'm afraid, but we'll see.
And for all, okay, I got that going. Let me just share this bad
Okay,
boy.
good, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Inez, I got you.
Okay. Are you all seeing the agenda? Yep, perfect. Well, like I said, good afternoon. I'll call the meeting to order. And just big announcement is that this should be our last meeting for this year. And then next year, again, we'll look to again start looking at things as we get proposals, but it'll be a while because again, it's going to go for catalog review. So enjoy the reprieve of meetings. And again, you'll see it removed from again your calendars and such. Um, once we are done with again today's meeting. If anything, you'll see again some email votes coming from Catherine, and then if there's anything that needs to be voted on that we can do via email, we will as well. That's my again big announcement. We already voted on our minutes again for November 13th last week. Executive committee, we met Tuesday, just had basically the same discussion that I'm having with all of you now. Unless some of you really want to meet after Thanksgiving, we can, but I don't think anybody really wants to. So we are done at this point. And again, we have again gone through all those different proposals. And like I said, as of last week, I know it was over 60. So um, with that being said, academic affairs. Do you have anything for us? Is Cindy on? I don't see Cindy. No,
Somebody, oh, Buck joined. Okay.
no.
Uh,
Do you
yeah,
have
nothing.
anything or nothing, anything from academic affairs? And I can always circle back to her if she joins on. I couldn't remember if this is the meeting she wasn't going to make. Um, but do you have anything, Catherine?
Um, other than great job, everybody, for getting all this out and getting all the work done. And now I get to work on all the state proposals.
Yes.
So, and there may be a few questions here and there that I might be asking you folks as time goes on, but so far, yeah, great job.
Um, and I'll second that, and I'll have a little again message at the end. Subcommittees, Bass. Do you have anything for us?
No, we meet tomorrow.
Of
That's my one
course.
thing I'm doing tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Subcommittee that will again resume back in January, when or again next semester, and then that'll be again Ivory, Ben, and then again kind of looking at those different things in regards to catalog, and then especially after it's again published. I don't have anything for us except that again, I'll second what Catherine said, and I'll say it at the end of the meeting. So great job at getting everything done. And again, getting to this point where we don't have to meet. So I appreciate all of you working with your constituents and colleges to get that done. So thank you. With that being said, Faculty Senate, is there anything that we need to report on, Randa?
There's not really much other than they would like to, there's policies being constantly revised. And so please make sure you're keeping an eye on those and watching for the 30-day comment period. The one that's coming up now is tenure, and the state has pushed some things. And so that's the one to keep your eye on.
Perfect. Awesome. Any questions with that? Okay. Girk, and I know we have Laura here and or Ben. Laura, if you want to again give us your little announcement about different things.
Sure.
Yeah.
We had two courses out for vote. One of them was just approved, which is course LLIB 115. So that is ready for approval, which I think you had on conditional approval, right? And then we had a late course come through, which was Math 1125, that went out on e-vote this last week as well. And that has a deadline of tomorrow for a quorum to vote. So you should be seeing that. And I don't know what you want to do about that. If you want to send that out as your own, I'll leave that up to you, what you want to do.
That's math 1125? That's a new one, right?
Well, let me look.
Or is it 2254?
It should be
That's
library
the
1125 and
statistics
and then math 1134. Is that right? No,
What-
Miranda's shaking her head by everyone.
1134?
Not
What?
math 1134. I wanted to say it was 11.
Oh, I'm
It's-
sorry. It's 2254. That's my
Okay, good.
dyslexia coming through.
That's
All
okay.
right.
Okay, perfect.
I don't have real dyslexia. I just have memory dyslexia.
That's fine. I just
Well-
want to make sure I got the right ones in there. I got you, Ryan, for
Perfect.
you're here.
I was just going to tell you that again, Catherine, we're good. And then again, Laura, we approved a bunch of things pending Girk's approval on these different things. So we should be good with those. So,
Okay,
yep.
so yeah, we should know tomorrow. So you, Catherine, should be receiving that email as soon as we have those votes come in, yay or nay, on
Okay.
the math 2254.
Great. And
Okay.
1125, I did get the note from Ed Kemmerer, chair, Girk's chair, that library 1125 was approved. As a gen ed.
And then anything else, Laura?
We have nothing else.
Perfect.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for her? And then any questions for the good of the order? Okay. With that being said, we have nothing on or no informational items this week and nothing on the consent calendar. We have, again, a very limited amount of proposals to go through. So we got one, again, unfinished business, and then I'll again take a motion to take the other ones up, which is only 5. So it's again 6 proposals total. With that being said, let me go ahead and I will pull up 28. Which is again as amended. So let me pull that one up. Yep, here we go. And are you all seeing the proposal? Yep, okay, perfect. Okay. So this is a new agricultural, again, education, and then the endorsement, and this one was as amended. There was again a couple of things we had to look at with this one. So it was again this, again, with the science of technology and teaching, that was that part. Everything else looked good. Again, it was just some of the wordings on here. And the credit count, which we had already added. We're good. Good there. Okay. That being said, motion to approve 28 as amended.
So moved.
That's Ben. Can I get a second? I see Randa. All in favor, either aye or raise your hands.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. 28 is approved as amended unanimously. Catherine, do me a favor. If you do see Cindy jump on, just let me know.
Yeah, she's on.
Oh, Cindy, I will.
Here.
Hi, I will circle back to you because we already went through everything. Do you have anything from academic affairs?
No, not in particular, but I did want to say that thank you for all of your hard work this year so far. I know we've gotten through a lot of proposals and only have a few left to approve. We had a little celebration. We had in your honor. Many of you were able to attend our little superhero celebration for you. And some I know weren't, but we do have superhero certificates for you that you might want, that will get to you hopefully this semester, if not early next semester. So thank you. And I apologize for being late. I was just coming from another meeting.
You're totally fine. Thank you, Cindy. Okay. With that being said, back to our our business. So, with that, can I get a motion to take up new business?
So moved.
Thank you, Randa. Sorry, I was trying to click through real quick. Awesome. So with that being said, we will look to again take up new business. Let's look at 14. There we go. Okay. This one was the cozy one. This one was as amended, and there were some different things that we had to look at here with all of the different things that the biology, again, catalog edits and updates. And we'll show you that. So we got signatures here, and I'll show you the different changes. So basically, Randa struck out all the changes, and it was what we again wound up changing. So thank you, Randa, for taking the lead with this one and working with, again, Cozy. Okay, we're good there. So here's all the different changes. Yes.
You might want to explain why we struck out all these course changes on here.
Yep. I will go ahead, Randa. I'm going to defer to you on this one for that.
Well, unfortunately, they were unable to get their impacts of the course changes done. It was fairly simple, but we just needed all those impacts from the departments that use the biology courses, and they weren't able to do that. So we're hoping they can get that done for next year.
Yeah, for all the ones we struck out, they were just changing the terms that the courses are offered. And so those are the only ones we struck out. The prereq changes for biology 4404 that stayed in there. And there's a new course and then a couple of deletions that remained. So it's all just anything that has changes to their prereqs we kept, but if it was just the semester changes, those need a little more thorough looking at to make sure that it's not going to adversely affect other programs. So the executive committee decided this is how they wanted to handle this proposal.
And this is for, again, catalog cleanup as well.
Yeah.
Cindy Hill?
And we chose to leave these in there just to show that this is what changes were made by council.
Cindy?
Yeah, I just had a quick question about this. And maybe we can think about this for the future or additional proposals. But according to the biology department, they were trying to change these, the catalog to match what they're actually doing. And it's just, I'm afraid that our students are sort of being impacted by our not moving forward with these with this particular request. I absolutely agree that we didn't have very much of there aren't too many other solutions, and I know Randa tried, but I do worry about the impact on the students, it not being, these courses are now being offered at times when it doesn't align with the catalog. So I would love to, at some point, strategize how we might be able to come up with other ways to change these. Anyway, I just wanted to make that statement, make sure that everyone was aware that our students are being impacted, and that's too bad.
That's a bigger conversation as a whole, though. I think there's many departments who, or maybe not many, there's definitely some departments who their catalog doesn't match up with. So I see how that will kind of maybe frustrate students from this standpoint, but I feel like this happens more. And we've had that conversation in our office a few times of how we need to, like with my scheduler, of how we need to actually make this more correct, I guess.
So Ivory, maybe sorry, Wesley, can I ask just one more
So
question? to
you can
Ivory?
always ask. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ivory, does the Office of the Registrar have suggestions on what, like how we might decrease the impact of not aligning with the catalog on students, right? Any ideas? Or have you thought through any recommendations? Because maybe that's something we should talk about as UCC next semester. If you do have ideas.
We've just even mentioned actually making departments follow through on what they say. And we get there's gonna be things come up. You might not have the faculty to teach it, but as long as they're following their thing at a set of percent, say 80% of the time, just throwing some random number out there. And then hold them a little bit more accountable to something like that. But these conversations have just been very briefly had in our office. And this proposal did kind of start that. But I know talking with our schedule, she does try to follow this, but then she'll have departments say, well, no, we're teaching here.
Right.
So,
Thank you.
but I
Tiffany,
think there
oh, sorry.
are ways, sorry,
Agree.
Wesley.
No, it's
I think
okay.
there are ways that we can. Cause there's stuff on my side when I go create a course, I say include it in this term, but not this term. But sometimes she's like, well, she just goes and flips that. So if we make a follow whatever term they say they're after, I'd really have departments look into that. I don't know.
Agreed.
So one thing that I remember, I think we tried doing, like trying to, I want to say force people to do this. But do you guys remember, like 4 or 5 years ago, everybody stopped putting the FSSU on there and just started putting Ds on everything? So that just something to be aware of, because I know that we attempted to do this, which I agree, trust me, I agree with this. But then departments found a way around it because, well, everything's just to be determined. And that caused even more problems. I know in the college tech, we're trying to clean all of that up. It sometimes feels like a lose-lose situation, but I totally agree with Cindy on the advising side of it. Knowing those when they're going to be offered makes it so much easier on students so they can plan ahead.
And I think it goes back to what Ivory said about departments going through on stuff that they are wanting to put forth. This one just to give not a whole backstory, but a little bit of the backstory as it was timing in the aspect that again it was to the deadline, and again if it's not done by the deadline, we can't look to move forward with it, and that's what again this big one was to where, like Ivory said, if departments are wanting to make changes in that, they need to they are well aware the deadline really hasn't changed in all these years, so they need to know that, hey, if I'm gonna do this, and this one was for a while, this was from like last year, then they need to again look at it and get it done. Because if not, like Cindy said, then that's where again we have questions where the students again are gonna have the question marks when they're looking at taking things. So that being said,
Thank
yeah,
you.
go ahead.
I just thank you.
No, thank you. So no, and like you, again, we hit the nail on the head of what needs to be done. So definitely a conversation to revisit next year. And then that can be part of I want to have a conversation partly with our or with executive committee at the end of this meeting as well. We could talk about this too. So with that being said, though, moving forward with this, again, this is just striking out. So can you resolve that one comment, Catherine? Thank you. Yeah. As you can see, as everyone's looking through, biology does affect. So there'd be no different if there was a math thing in there. So, What about this one, Catherine? Do you want this in here, or this can go?
Yeah, keep that, please.
Okay.
I am seeing that grad council is including these UCC proposals in their approved list when they consider them and approve them.
Okay.
So this gives me the chance to cross-reference.
Fine. Okay. That being said, motion to approve 14 as amended. I see Randa did me first, and I saw Camille a second. Everybody either raise your hand or an aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. 14 is approved again unanimously. Okay, let's get rid of that. Next. Which I think we are on 20. Here we go. This one's College of Tech. This was the barbering one. This was on there. This was on there last week, and we were going back and forth with some different things, and now we got this things taken care of with this one. So, okay. All right. So it's basically a barbering certificate that's being created, and there was some questions about some courses with that. So. And then we have state proposals along with some of these for endorsement, which we'll do at the end. And here's the reason why. All good, nothing's online. It doesn't impact. That being said, motion to approve 20. I see Randa, and then I see Camille with the second. All in favor, either aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. 20 is approved unanimously. Great. 38. Okay, so this one's College of Health, so the BSHS with the pre-osteopathic medicine, again with ICOM track. This is the one that, again, Chris Owens was working on. Okay. Good. Good. So this is what they're doing. This is what it looks like. Ivory, this word you want gone because it doesn't really follow an accelerated track?
Yeah, all the other accelerated programs we've had through here, we don't allow more than 12 credits coming over. This is more like an articulation one, so bring in 30. So the rest of it can stay. Just we were talking yesterday with Cindy and then our registrar about not really having that word there.
Okay, get rid of it then. So then I can mark it as resolved, Catherine, you'll delete it?
Yeah.
Or, oh, you already did it, never mind. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to keep it in there because I need to fix that up top. So it's not accelerated. It doesn't need to go to. All right, let's take that out.
That being said, motion to approve 38.
Motion to approve.
That's again, I see Camille, and then I saw Camille, Randa, and again Ben. So either first or second with that, and then all in favor, either aye, raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. 38 is approved unanimously. Okay. 78. All right. Got this one in right under the wire.
Unfortunately, that's how I typically roll.
I know, but I'm just glad we got it. So I'm all good, Ryan. Thank you.
Yeah, I really wanted this one to get through. It's been sitting there for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, we all worked on it, like Anna, just making sure with signatures and all that stuff. So we're all good. And here's your rationale why. And they're doing the industrial control specialized versus the industrial controls. This is everything being removed. This is everything being added. That being said, motion to approve 78. Can I entertain a motion? I saw Randa, sorry, I'm sorry. And then again, I see Camille with the second. All in favor, their aye, raise your hand. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. 78 is approved unanimously.
I love how
Sorry.
frantically Randa waves her hand. Pick me.
I love it. Well, and I sometimes I don't look right away because I'm doing the double split. So thank you. Sorry, guys.
That's what I get for trying to do two things at the same time. I mean, come on.
I
know that feeling.
Like that. Huh?
I know that feeling.
Yes. Okay, last but not least, 83. This is again prefix KDHS from DA or DA, change from DASH to PPRA. Changing some names with some courses. And perfect. And everyone's in again agreement with it. Perfect. That being said, motion to approve 83. See Randa, can I get a second? I saw again, Aaron, thank you. All in favor of their aye, raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? So moved. 83 is approved unanimously. With that being said, we have a couple of, again, state proposals to endorse, which is again for the barbering again certificate and then the industrial controls. Motion to endorse both of those. And I see Branda, and then I just need a second for that. Again, Camille, thank you. Those are again endorsed again by UCC. With that being said, that concludes everything that we have, which is great. And again, I just want to again say a wholehearted again thank you to all of you again for putting forth again your time and effort into coming one to these meetings for 2 hours on Thursdays, two for again working with your constituents and getting all this done. It's greatly appreciated for all of us that work behind the scenes, especially with again the registrar's office and again Catherine doing everything. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Enough thank you cannot be again said with that. With that being said, we're done and do not expect to meet again until after the new year. And it will be a little while. I would not anticipate again meetings till again mid to end of January. If that, or might even be a little bit past that until after the catalog is up to date. We might have again a meeting a little bit before that, with just talking about some subcommittee and that. But we don't have anything else on the table at this point. Like I said before, Catherine, if she has something, or the registrar's office, again, you might see some emails, but besides that, we don't have anything. So happy holidays, enjoy fall break, again, winter break as well. And if you need anything, feel free to reach out to me. And any other questions for the good of the order? That being said, can I get a motion to adjourn? See, Camille, thank you all. Executive committee, if you could just stay on along with Cindy, and you guys take care. Again, happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Yep.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Give me 1 second. I just want to stop again recording. Give me a moment here.